So you made it back for another episode. Well, welcome back. And yes, you've probably seen these head sculpts that I painted earlier. And I did leave off with telling you that I would show you about adding the stars to this Wonder Woman. I love the blue on the trunks, but, well, the stars that I initially used the first time were decals from the Cricut cutter, and that vinyl did not stay on. So I did try to paint them on. I won't show you how bad they turned out, so I'm not even going to show you that technique. I'm going to show you something a little bit different, something that I actually like sharing. And this involves the water slide decals. Some people call them tampos. These are a little bit thicker actually, and they are a little bit easier to work with. The tampos are a little bit thinner and they fall apart very easily and can crack, and well, they're difficult to apply. So these are the stars that I purchased off of eBay, and that reflective surface, well, that's the glue that they're sitting on. So it is actually really, really thick, which means you have to leave it soaking in water for a considerable amount of time. And if you're talking about minutes, you're probably looking at maybe 5 to 10 minutes. It's just enough to make them soft enough to come off of that backing and then float to the surface or below the surface. In any case, you're going to need some water, a small little tray like this. And yes, this is the same one that I used for the molds earlier in the other video. Some tweezers, a cotton swab. You can use the tweezers if you want, depending if you feel more comfortable with it. And of course, your decals. Choose the size that you want. I obviously chose the smaller ones. You need a soft bristle brush, a pair of scissors to cut it out, and let's get started. So let's cut out just one because I've already done the work and I just want to show you what I did. So you want to use that brush and push it down into the water. If you want to push it all the way down and let it set at the bottom, that's fine. Once in a while, come in and just kind of coax it a little bit to come off of its backing. If that doesn't work, eventually it will after 10 minutes. Pick it up with the brush tip and apply it onto a plastic. Now, obviously, this is the figure base, the stand. You want to take the cotton swab and take away or absorb the excess water. Now, as you absorb that water, you're going to see where it is actually adhered. And the shiny area, well, that's the excess of that backing or that glue. It will show up if you don't seal it. Now, this is the work that's already done. I've chosen 2 different size stars. You can add as many stars as you want, the little ones and the large ones, or just the large ones themselves. I've added 12, 6 in the back, 6 in the front. This is what it looks like once it's fully dry. Now, if it bothers you to see that decal applied, then when you cover it with a sealant, it'll take away some of that look. If you're really adamant about it, then you can cut into each one of those stars and make it a star shape. Regardless, it's going to show. So it just depends how much time you want to dedicate to it. And yes, the base that you see in the back or diorama, that's my next project. But you'll have to come back later to see that. In the meantime, I guess what you really want to see is this figure fully decked out. So I'll use some of the accessories that I've done before, and I'll leave you with the video showing you the different capes and the different shields. We'll see you next time. Enjoy the video.